Hello there, beautiful Cancerian energies. Welcome to my tarot nook. I hope all is well and good with you. Thank you for joining me today. This is going to be an energy reading for you, Cancer. It is going to be an energy love reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising energies. All right, so whatever comes in between all that and the energies that's calling you or you're calling on, or if you're in a current relationship, we will gonna go ahead and take a look at what messages show up for you in that regard. Welcome everybody that's a returning subscriber and viewer. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Welcome everybody that is new. I do variety style readings on this channel, so if you enjoy tarot, feel free to subscribe. Would love to have you come back here, so hit that notification bell. If you find the reading to be of value, or you enjoy it, or you just enjoy the channel in general, feel free to like these videos, and I appreciate your support in that way. All right, so let's pull some oracles, and we're going to check in with this person's energy and what's going on with you and this person, and who is here for the current love reading. Okay, what they want you to know and how they feel, spoken or unspoken. All right, so we have death, we have the dragonfly. Oh, this is the first time this one's showing up. We also have soulmates, ship, wedding rings. We also have coffee cup. Let's make sure everything is not as crooked as it feels like it's looking. All right, we also have bottom of the deck energy that we're starting with. We have date here for you. Okay, in terms of date here, I mean, it says date online, get back out there, but I feel like in terms of this connection, this relationship, the situation, I feel like there's kind of like some sort of a kind of like a deadline being put, also like a date, like something here, you know, it's kind of like if I don't hear back by a certain time or a certain date, I don't know, impose something that requires action, or reflection on something. And I feel like there's whatever, if you're like in an actual break or serious like time out with somebody right now, it just feels like you or them are giving each other not verbalized, but you're giving each other that let's see how long this is going to be. If that something doesn't happen by this time, indeed I might start looking for somebody new or meeting somebody new, or I might be, you know, something like that. It could be you, could be them. But the intent here though with this person, with the death card in general, it just feels like there's a need to transform, an ending here of something that's just no longer working. Also there's also an ending here that's coming from a place of resilience. Okay, so whatever ending is here, there's a pattern here that's coming in that wants to bring change. So there's a change. Somebody here is willing to work something through. All right, there's a desire here to evolve. Okay, so with an emotional connection between the both of you, and it shows through the entire reading that the emotional connection does want, like, there's a desire for definitely a power up here when it comes to the emotional connection, because we are in a soulmate path together. Okay, so whatever challenges are even being presented, whatever silliness, or pettiness or goofiness or whatever zones we're in, we're in this together because we're life partners right now. Okay, it's meant to be by design. Something here I feel like the both of you might be feeling is that this connection or whatever's going on, it's worth fighting for, or it's going to be worth learning from. So there's a fight right now. There's a fight to stay in it. There's a desire to work something through. It does feel like maybe if there's whatever distancing again or separation or timeout, it's playing out for a reason. In terms of ship, I do feel like maybe the relationship right now could be going through or has recently undergone like a turbulent time, but there's calmer waters. I feel like it's time to, you know, dock the ship and go forward and do things right, do things correctly, not keeping things, you know, shaky and confusing. There's a desire here about commitment anyway, and I feel like this could also be a commitment that, you know, somebody's hoping for, and it's not necessarily active right now. So a connection that's very committed, very meaningful, very emotionally connected. It's there, but it could be right now not being met. The desire is there, or it could things could have been changing here, like something's taken a different course. Definitely time to talk, have like a serious conversation here, intimate conversation, clear some misunderstandings. Okay, just kind of working it with the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so like teamwork is really important. Teamwork is definitely desired to come through as partners, as best friends, lovers, everything in between. But it's not being achieved. Something is lacking. All right, so let's look at this with the Queen of Cups reversed. That could be somebody here's emotionally manipulating the other person. That could be just a play on things, and it's causing a little bit of a problem. Energetically, the both of you here, something is not free. Something feels like it's caught or suppressed right now. There could be manipulation because somebody wants to keep something a certain way or not change. Um, okay, so energetically for Cancer, I feel like maybe for some of you, you're not expressing your true feelings here. And maybe your person is really just not being emotionally honest, emotionally dishonest, or unavailable. So it's time to kind of like face things as they are. If it's if it's affecting your overall, um, I guess, feelings in the relationship. In the reverse, I do feel like, there's also like emotional clarity, like where are things headed? What do I know or not know? There's like so much confusion and mistrust, and it's just so crazy because Queen of Cups, King of Cups, and this is both of you guys anyway, both are your energies. Here, it's the energy of the relationship. Here, it's the energy that how you're both showing up. And then here is the challenges for the relationship, which is also a Page of Cups. We're missing the Knight of Cups, but that could be a good thing, okay? Because it feels like maybe the Knight of Cups is what's missing is romantic communication, romantic connection, okay, emotional fulfillment. All right, taking action, moving towards things. We're just in our head a little too much. We're just kind of in a place right now that um, there's an attempt here for emotional maturity, but it's been the struggle because it's in the Page of Cups position is the challenge. There is an emotional maturity, but the energy that requires it, okay? Energetically, I feel like both of you are trying to I feel like calming the waters is like one of the biggest things that's going on. Trying to calm the waters, de-escalate something, ensure something does not, become overboard, like too much, okay? I do feel like the desire here is to have emotional stability as well, but it doesn't feel like it's being acted on. Okay, there could be deep insecurities here in the relationship or fears in terms of maybe giving too much or not receiving enough. Okay, it does feel like there's a hint of like an imbalance, and I also feel like for some of you, it just there isn't a whole like some it feels like a sense of overwhelmingness because the relationship, it's with the queen and the king, both of them being here, one of them being in reverse. There isn't a whole lot of depth. All right, so it does feel like there's a lot of suspicions, a lot of concerns. Okay, the desire to have things flow is just kind of being disrupted. There could be manipulation again. It's showing up again for whatever the reason. But anyways, with the Four of Swords, I read this for the position of, their thoughts and feelings towards you or the relationship or how their feelings are about all of this. It does feel like your person here is in a place where they're mentally kind of detaching or they're just kind of taking an emotional step back. So again, they could be trying to kind of use their mind over their heart, think things through, see what they want, what they don't want. It does feel like there's a period here where your person is going through contemplating the relationship's future. So while the death card here we're talking about introspection, it would make sense that the date energy is also showing up. So I don't know if there's like a cool off or cool down phase going on, but somebody's like kind of wanting to know what they want to do with their heart next. Okay, they're kind of being, that's what they want to know. Like this person, it's like they're dealing with emotional issues here, or they could have emotional scars. They could feel like this is an emotional battle that's really exhausting them. All right, and I feel like they want some peace of mind is what they're just what the card's saying. But it's coming at the cost of unresolved issues. So again, like I was saying earlier, the communication part of things needs to take place. But there's a lot of lessons being showing up here, and I feel like ultimately with the coffee conversation, we need to clear misunderstandings, okay? But that's what I feel like the isolation or the stepping back is kind of bringing to light. I do feel like for a lot of you, with the King of Cups, it does feel like maybe taking a step back to manage like the emotional exhaustion that's going on with this person, okay? But for some of you, if we're talking manipulation, like I was mentioning earlier, we could be using this phase as a play to avoid, okay? Like a playing like avoidance because it feels like maybe they're not ready to, or they don't, or they can't, or they feel like there's unmet hopes and desires in the relationship anyway. So there's a lot of contemplation here with the Seven of Cups in terms of options and what it is that they want to do next. It does feel like, things are kind of feeling again unfulfilled. Things are feeling scattered. Maybe they feel like, it's just there isn't enough it's not just the emotions, but there isn't enough work being put into this, okay? Like effort. Like it feels more like a lot of it is based on hopes and fantasies versus realities. And something here, I feel like there's an acknowledgement that's coming through of what's not working for the both of you. And some of you, it's leading to like a disillusionment, okay, or like a sense of loss over what once was hoped for. So maybe some of you, this situation, this relationship is currently in a place where, due to like lack of emotional maturity and the absent like being there, trying to kind of like take this time out, reflect, and just kind of, it does bring about like a sense of feeling like, well, are we wasting our time here? Have I been led on? Okay. So it's like maybe they're worried about their hopes and desires or like some sort of fulfillment, but it's, what about you is my question. So that's kind of coming in. I do feel like, this card connects with the Four of Swords a little bit. So with this timeout or whatever's going on, it's also allowing you to see how much of a value or lack of value this person brings to the relationship. I'm not seeing, honestly, I'm not going to pretend like this is a reading about cheating or lies. I just feel like there's just a lot of emotional manipulation, potential for some betrayal here, like deceptiveness about the value of the relationship. It could be based on material things versus emotional things, or, kind of things that are based on like romanticizing, fantasizing things versus reality. So somebody could be leading the other person on in that sense. A sense of manipulation comes through because of that. I don't feel like there's strong narcissism, but this is self-centered illusions. This is somebody that I feel like tries to talk about things or create stories, illusions, or fantasies that kind of go with the moment in time, but they're not meant to be seen through. Narcissism, essentially, it's very self-fulfilling, and it's never action-oriented. Just keep that in mind. So, again, I don't feel like there's external manipulation outside of, with the Queen of Cups. You're showing up here anyway, Cancer. So it just feels like there's somebody that's playing your heart. You could have opened up your heart to them, and they're kind of in a place where, they know how to kind of, I don't know if they're running chasing all the time, but when they turn things off and things like that, it's starting to not, it's not just about it becoming a pattern, but it's like their way again to avoid something more deep and meaningful. So they're avoiding something. The Page of Cups, in terms of a challenge, there's just again a sense of immaturity, but there could be somebody here that's also still learning, okay, how to navigate love or the feelings or the relationship, because essentially your energies together is at the level of the King of Cups, but how it's happening and how the day-to-day, so to speak, there's a lot of hiccups and bumps along the way for this person when it comes to facing their emotions, trying to deal with things, being realistic, being understanding, being supportive. They could just be young in general, okay? And it just feels like, if this is not handled, or if this is not addressed with clear communication, or just clear any misunderstandings along the way, then this is a habit that's going to continue to grow in this relationship if there's a path forward beyond like whatever's going on. It does feel like, you know, there could be, just because of the disillusionments and just kind of building realities or fantasies that are not realistic. We don't want to kind of get too far away, you know, our feet all the way up above the ground, just like not paying attention and just trying to float off, whichever way the wind blows. I feel like this is kind of funny for me because it's very important to understand that the reason all of this is kind of happening, the disconnection, the uncertainties, the awakening to like this person's player energy, okay, or what they can. The good thing is, like, again, things will stabilize. The need to get it done right is here, but in the reading itself, it just comes across as failing to communicate is causing a lot of problems. Okay, so we have a cycle here of like emotional immaturity, which has been the challenge for you and this person in this relationship right now. It just feels like you see things, you guys, it's not like you don't see things on the same page. It's just that they could be just overall just immature in general, like just still learning. No offense, okay, Cancer, like to you or to your person. It's not meant to be a bad thing. But the struggles here come through from just a place of uncertainties for this person. And it just feels like they could feel like there's like more, like there's more to what they want to do versus to what they want to have in terms of a relationship. But that's just how I'm reading it. All right, so the Strength card, beautiful Leo energies here. I like this card. I like, oh wait, hold up, Ace of Pentacles. This is what I forget. So challenges and what they're trying to do with the challenges. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, what they're trying to do to fix the challenges, or what needs to be done in any direction. It is the Ace of Pentacles. All right. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm gonna go with Taurus for this one. I do feel like here something is just not something is misguided. So there's like a missed opportunity to look at things objectively or to do the right thing, because there's a lot of superficiality that comes through. This is somebody that's very elaborative. Like I said, they fantasize, romanticize, they create illusions, and they're in an emotionally immature place in general. So they don't have a lot of experience or knowledge or the desire to you know, create or to plant seeds. Okay, there's a sense of emptiness that's still showing up with them. All right, so on the outside, things may feel good. They may feel, again, there's things that are kind of, you know, obviously good about the relationship, but when it comes to depth, it's lacking. And I feel like for a lot of you, you know, your energy is actually in a place where it might be rejecting this person. So there's like this imposed timeline, like over a certain, like once a certain time passes, I feel like both of you are gonna just either it's over, avoiding, or you're just gonna cut them off. Okay, you're just gonna be like, oh, I'm good. But there's also this opportunity here for the soul cycle to be taking place because we're dealing with a soulmate connection. So you're putting through yourselves through an experience here that's emotionally exhausting. And I do feel like, you know, that it's bringing about a lot of imbalance. All right. It just feels like just one side is more burdened and one side is taking the time out, but it's like they're not as burdened. Okay, so it's more of an escape. All right, so it doesn't feel like there's a lot of potential for something to grow right now. But it does feel like whatever opportunities are here to improve or to work on, I feel like this person is being lazy, taking the resting excuse versus working on it. It is what it is, how I'm seeing it. And it does, again, align with due to lack of commitment, and also understanding of what's truly needed. Okay, Page of Cups, emotional maturity, Coffee Cup. We need to talk. We need to be having clear communication to clearly get past the misunderstandings, to give clarity. So so half the time I don't feel like this somebody even has a like a sense of direction in any way. Not that it's bad, but like I said, we talked about the Knight of Cups being absent, so direction could be just missing. Okay, it's not meant to be rude. I don't know, sometimes I worry about how I speak. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to, I know there's tarot readers out there that are way more cutting, but I try not to be cutting as the cards can sometimes make it be. But anyways, the Strength card, Leo energy, something that's unspoken about this connection, or an unspoken thought or feeling from them that's not being expressed right now. I feel like, the Strength card, it just reveals just the things that have not being said or seen. In terms of like resilience in general, I feel like there's an inner strength and love that has not been fully tapped into with this person, or acknowledged by them. Okay, so it's like there, but again, they're just in feet off the ground, just floating off, trying to like just, a little bit of, distractions and misdirections taking place. But, a lot of you here, it's just teaching you about resilience in general. It's bringing you in a place where, you're really being tested for your patience, your compassion, forgiveness. There's room here again to make things right, but it just feels like somebody's just undecided or distracted. It does feel like, for a lot of you, despite all the challenges, there's a very strong opportunity to heal. This avoidance here could already just be healing for them. It could really just be what they need. They need to avoid them and deal with it, decompress it, let it work its way out. I feel like emotions sometimes it's just really tough to kind of explore things in a certain way. And I feel like with the Four of Swords, there's just they're just worn out. All right, they just exhaust themselves. And it's a maybe card, so I feel like sometimes the maybe comes from like, do they really see themselves in a way where it's fair and balanced, or are they again self-indulgent like that? And it is what it is. The Three of Pentacles for what they really want from you. This is a Capricorn energy. I feel like there's a desire to have some sort of support from you in this sense, like some sort of collaboration, teamwork, understanding. Maybe there's somebody that doesn't want to be completely gone from your life, but sometimes they get confused or they don't know what they can do. It could be just communication. Maybe I feel like maybe there's somebody that maybe you're withholding, you withhold things yourself anyway, and you emotionally withhold things. So or emotionally express things sometimes, and it doesn't like click for them. So maybe some some sort of understanding, forgiveness, or just maybe help them understand. I mean, this is especially if you want them in your life, right? So I mean, if I feel like this person feels like you're not necessarily on the same page a lot regarding the relationship's direction. So maybe they find maybe what you're not saying is confusing them. Maybe you need to say it. Okay. So truly, I don't feel like there's a heavy negativity. I don't see any outside influences. I do see manipulation, emotional, like a lot of emotional problems, and the desire to keep things, strong and stable. For a lot of you, it could be again a misalignment of intentions. So, while you may be feeling like they're not doing certain things based on conversations and like desires, and they may be feeling like they're not kind of feeling appreciated for the things that they do bring. And so that's why that conversation from the very beginning, it comes through because you're both showing in with this king. So, but there's a strong impulsive emotional balance, okay, a sense of impulsivity when it comes to emotions. So that's super important. And that's kind of where this reading is right now. Whatever rest, whatever break, or whatever unspoken, or whatever, kind of ghosting, mild ghosting, or just not like leaving you unseen or leaving each other, whatever that is, it's gonna bring about clarity, but it's not. It's gonna make things. It's just a test of where you want to be. Do you want to continue or not? Okay. Um, you know, there's a soul connection here. It says here soul connection twice. So it's an unavoidable relationship right now. All right. So Cancer, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Let me know in the comments what's going on with you. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new, and give the channel a chance if you want. Hit that notification bell. It is December 30, 2024. I love you all so much. Thank you for making this a wonderful year. I apologize for not posting as much. I had multiple surgeries this year. However, I am looking forward to 2025. So happy new year. Love you all, and I'll see you January 1st. Bye.